What's up, y'all? Let me give y'all a few tips on how to attract the person that you want. Or attract anybody, honestly. And like, I'm not saying that it's a 100% guarantee, but I guarantee it'll be like a 10% chance that you will improve your chances. So let's just stick with me real quick. So we look at physical appearance. A lot of people say that physical appearance is not an important factor, but it is. It's like a big factor when it comes to dealing with somebody that you're interested in. You know why? Because it's like enhancing your senses. Because people want to look at certain stuff. People want to smell certain stuff. People want to hear certain stuff. People want to feel certain stuff. So all these senses is very important when it comes to dealing with relationships. It has to soothe your senses. So, of course, your looks can be limited if all these other senses are improved, but it's very important to actually have all your senses involved. But I can understand if you actually do have like other senses that you are more in tune with, you can put looks aside. But let me just go based off of the looks real quick. So one of my favorite places were Ireland. When I went to Ireland, I stayed outside for hours. You know why? Because I like the grass. I like seeing the goats like run around and play and all that. I like seeing the castles and everything. So I was out there for hours. I didn't eat none of that. I was just enjoying the view. It's because that connects with me. The land and the scenery connects with who I truly am. So what happens is it raises my serotonin level. And if it raises my serotonin level, it makes me happier to a point where it makes me more at peace. It makes me feel healthier. So the sight of like being in Ireland made me feel a whole lot better about myself. And people don't understand when it comes to looks and it's something appealing to you, it legit raises your serotonin. It will decrease your depression level. So I'm gonna give you another question. And y'all don't have to answer it because I'm just on the camera right now, but it is what it is. Have you ever been to a Waffle House? I've been to a Waffle House and there was nothing but ugly people out there. Like it was around 2 o'clock in the morning, mad ugly over there. Like it is what it is. And if you're around ugly people, how likely is it for you to want to hurry up and get your food and be out? You want to leave. You know why? Because there's a bunch of ugly people. They're not being negative, they're just being quiet. But they're so ugly to a point where it raises your depression level. It raises your cortisol. You know, it's funny because being around ugly environments will legit give you temporary depression. People don't understand that. That's why when you go to factories or whatever, you feel like you're enslaved. When you go to a Waffle House or whatever, you feel like you need to be guarded. Even though nothing's going on, you feel like ugliness is set upon you. And I'm not trying to be funny. And that's exactly what your body is doing because you're seeing something that's not appealing to to your senses. You're seeing a bunch of stuff that's kind of negative to your senses to a point where you want to leave. It's stressing you out. So when you're actually going to certain places that looks appealing, you're gonna feel happier. You're gonna feel more joyful. You're gonna feel amazing, basically. So even though people say that it's not important the way you look, it is very beneficial when you do be around somebody that's very appealing because it does raise serotonin. It does raise endorphins in your body. And especially if you touch that person have a very nice body or whatever, the physical touch will raise your oxytocin, which is like a comfort hormone too. And it also like is a sexual hormone. So when we say all this type of stuff, like let's not exclude looks because you don't want to judge certain people. It is very important. So that's rule 1. Like looks does matter, but here's the thing. If you don't look appealing, there is a way you can shift them looks somewhere else. For example, your posture. If you have a slouching posture, that means your cortisol is being released in your back so much to a point where it's stressing you out. So that means you feel more vulnerable. It makes you look weaker when it comes to women or whatever the situation is. The people that have like the broad shoulders and the upper, like the chest out, they feel more like leaders, so to a point where women will be more prone to submit to you. So if you actually know how to work out, if you know how to carry your posture, if you know how to stretch, like even if you don't look appealing facially, your body shows leadership, it will also raise serotonin, because that's what like a lot of women are attracted to, because the estrogen level connects to like leadership. They want to feel protected. They want to feel a balance going on. So if you actually are ugly, if you want to put it that way, work on your body. Make sure your body is straight. Make sure your posture is up. Make sure you look like a stern leader, so you can actually start working on like attracting more people, basically. Because it's not just the face, it's your body, whatever, that looks a certain way that makes people feel more attracted to you too. And mainly it's like the body more than the face most of the time. It is what it is. And also, here's a weird trick. I remember dating some lady, right? And she was like she's shaped like the Tasmanian devil, but it is what it is. I don't like women that shape like the Tasmanian devil, like a straight snow cone, like one of them Bluetooth joints that kind of like go straight down. I don't know, the GPS joints, straight like that. Big titties, broad shoulders, but it just gets smaller like the lower her body goes and all that. But I remember her having on the Pokemon shirt, and I connected with her just because of that. And next thing you know, we was getting it in. I'm not happy about it, but that Pokemon shirt, this make me feel like I have very low standards, but that Pokemon shirt made me more attracted to that person, because she connect with something that I'm into. I grew up loving Pokemon. I used to play Pokemon as a kid. When I was going through Exodia Tech, I picked up my Pokemon game and start playing it. Like, so when I saw that Pokemon shirt, it kind of enlightened me to feel a connection with that person, basically. So with that said, say if you're not into working out and your posture is messed up, or say if you ugly in the face, find out what that person like. If that person likes SpongeBob, then wear a SpongeBob shirt. If a person like video games, wear your favorite video game, her favorite video game shirt on you. Put that stuff on your body, whatever. So like, it will kind of take away from the ugliness of your face or the weird body posture. They're gonna be connected somehow with you. Your favorite color. Your favorite color is very important, because a lot of people get in tune with their favorite color. Like, that's that personality trait. If your favorite color is blue, right? That means you're more calm. You're more like you're more subtle. If you have like red, your favorite color is red, that means you're more passionate. You're more flamboyant. You're more out there. If your favorite color is pink, same thing, flamboyant. So if you wear those colors, you're actually connecting with their personality. They can vibe with you a lot more, and it's instinctive. People don't understand that when you're wearing certain stuff like that, like, you'll instinctively be connected with them, because it's gonna make your brain feel more comfortable, because your brain is already in tune with the colors of the cartoon characters that they have on their body, to a point where they'll feel more vulnerable in the first place. So there's a way you can get, if you don't look appealing, if your body is not up to par, if you don't know how to talk, like, there's small things you can get to have people get your attention to. You just have to work on it. You have to understand it, basically. So this is part 1. That's about it. But I'm gonna go to part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.